Ready or Not, out in cinemas now, the new comedy horror starring Samara Weaving, who basically looks like a discount Margot Robbie, for better or worse, and Adam Brody. So Samara plays Grace, a young woman that at the beginning of the film gets married, and the wedding takes place at the mansion belonging to her new husband's extremely wealthy family named Les Domas. They have made their fortune selling playing cards and board games and other related stuff. At midnight of the wedding night, it is revealed that there is a weird tradition going on in the house. Whenever someone new is introduced into the family, all of the members have to play a game. The specific game is chosen by drawing a card from a mysterious box. The box used to belong to a mysterious benefactor that enabled the family to build a fortune, and now the family believes that in order to appease the spirit of that benefactor, they have to partake in this ritual, or otherwise they will all die. So Grace pulls a card which says hide and seek. She's told to go hide somewhere in the house and that the rest of the family will search for her until dawn. What she isn't told is that those people are essentially hunting her using real weapons and intend to sacrifice her in a satanic ritual. So the film was marketed as a mix of comedy and horror, and based on the trailer, I would have expected it to be about 75% comedy and 25% horror. In reality, it is about 30% comedy, 30% horror, and 40% who the hell knows what. Let's go one by one then. The comedy is mostly character related and comes down to the family's incompetence in chasing down Grace. However, while some of the situational jokes that arise are quite alright, there's just very few of them, and they're spread really thinly throughout the film. And apart from that, the movie tries to be funny by having characters shout and swear a lot, which, not that funny. The horror aspect is pretty obvious where that comes from, but the problem here is that there's very little actual tension built around the entire premise of sneaking around the house. There's maybe one scene of that, and the movie instead resorts to body horror. There are some really nasty scenes of injury and death, and it's really, really brutal. Some of them are played for laughs, but some made me wonder what I signed up for, because they're more fitting for the Saw series or something like that than a fun little horror comedy. And even the comedic ones are inexplicably graphic and played up for no other reason seemingly than to make the audience uncomfortable. Like, someone will get killed and there's a funny situation playing out of that, and then there will be a camera pan to the body, to the dead person's face with a bullet hole in the head, blood everywhere, and the person is still choking on that blood. I mean, seriously, do we need to see that? It's not funny, it's not scary, it's just nasty and unpleasant. And then perhaps the biggest issue is that there are large portions of the film that are neither comedic nor straight up horror. Characters will talk and discuss the need for having the ritual, and oh, maybe we shouldn't do it, but oh, maybe we have to. And there will be those sections of long exposition that isn't really needed. I mean, if you're trying to make a dumb little film, dumb but fun little film about a deadly game of hide and seek, just give us that 2-minute explanation about the ritual that I said at the beginning, and we're good to go. There's no need to go back again and again and again to expand on the backstory. Even worse, the film tries to have a couple of characters have those moral doubts, which is neither particularly interesting nor necessary. Just go all out with the comedy aspect and have actual tense scenes of people seeking grace, and keep the murders, but don't make them go so gory. Is it really that difficult to pull off? I kind of feel bad for Samara Weaving and Adam Brody, because they're clearly doing their best, but they're just trying to elevate a film that is too heavy to do so, and so the efforts are completely futile. And I will say this. Usually I try to examine a movie in the context of what it is and what it is trying to be, rather than what I would want it to be. But in this case, I feel I'm kind of justified in being disappointed by unfulfilled expectations, because Ready or Not is attempting to be something that it never should be in the first place, while missing the mark completely on what it promised.